Hi everyone, my name is Jade Calver. I own and operate Calver & Associates Canadian Immigration Services. Today I'm going to be talking about business immigration updates as of March 2021, in particular changes to the Owner Operator LMIA program. As of February 2021, ESDC announced that the Owner Operator program, which was the program for business entrepreneurs to secure an LMIA, was actually no longer operational. This, of course, was a big shock to the business immigration community, as it's a pathway that's used by a lot of us to bring in entrepreneurs to work in Canada. ESDC has since somewhat reversed their decision, saying that the Owner-Operator program will still be operational, but it's actually the requirements to advertise are actually now in place. So prior to this month, we were able to submit Owner-Operator applications without advertising. And now what has happened effectively is that applicants who are applying under the stream will have to show that advertising was done and that they were unable to find any Canadians or permanent residents to fulfill the role of the position that's being sought. Of course, this is a little bit of a challenge, as it will be the foreign national themselves who is going to be in charge of the recruitment. But as far, and you know, there are going to be things that are going to have to be learned throughout the change period for this program. But in my opinion, it's really being done to prevent any superfluous applications from applicants who truly aren't going to work in the business. So they want to make sure that the applicant is putting in the work into the LMIA application to ensure that they genuinely do want to become an owner-operator in Canada. If we look at the regulations, so with an LMIA application, we need to show that the job offer is genuine, and that by having the foreign national enter the labor market, it's going to have a neutral or positive effect on the labor market. So with the introduction of the recruitment requirement, it's just adding a second layer to the owner-operator program. So to answer a lot of questions that potential business immigrants have, no, the owner-operator application stream through Service Canada is not cancelled. There's just an additional barrier that applicants are going to have to navigate and meet before they are eligible for this program. There are a few other things that I wanted to go over. So as far as the processing, so how long the owner-operator application will take to be processed. So again, it's subject to the normal high-wage stream. You do have to note that if you're submitting an owner-operator application, it's assumed that it's for a 00 knock, and as such, the applicant will be paid within the top 10% wages of applications in that province of the province where they're destined. And so assumingly they'll be processed within the 10-day processing standard for those 00 knocks for those high wage positions. Another question we get often is, as an owner operator, do I have to do an interview? The answer is yes. So before I answer that question, I wanted to go through some of the requirements for the program. So owner-operators, so you need to show that you own majority shares in the corporation. So that's, or whatever type of entity you have set up in Canada. So that's 50.1% of the shares. The business has to be operational. You need to show that you can create positions and that it's going to help the Canadian labor market by creating positions for Canadians. As far as investment amount, we often get that question. There's no set amount, of course, but as a rough guideline, I like to say at least $300,000. During the application process, so even though the forms are set up for an employer-employee type scenario, you can actually fill them out as the business person yourself. We help applicants to do that. Even though we represent and we can be with you on the interview with the ESDC officer, the program officer does not want to hear from me as the representative. They're looking to hear from you and what you're going to do in Canada. So that's why it's really important to have a solid business plan to work through things and make sure that you understand what you're going to be doing in Canada. And this brings me to whether or not the Owner Operator program is the best option for some of our business clients. A lot of the time we'll seek to bring them through on another type of business work permit before we do the LMIA. And in addition to this, it's really important to, it just speaks to the need to plan your business immigration strategy early before anything is set up in Canada, because if there's the option to have Canadian partners, if there's the option to maybe set up an affiliate or a subsidiary here first before proceeding to the LMIA, sometimes in some situations it can be beneficial and maybe a better strategy than going right to the Owner Operator LMIA. So that's everything as far as the LMIA application for owner operators and the changes to the program for March 2021. If you'd like to discuss more of your business immigration plans, you can find us online at calverimmigration services.